most important aspect of training on a carnivore diet is consistency. So regardless of what you're doing, whether it's CrossFit, if you're doing powerlifting, if you're doing a triathlon, if you're doing bodybuilding, weight training, whatever you're doing, yoga, it doesn't matter what you're doing, you need to be consistent with it. That consistent action over time is what's going to start to net you results. It doesn't matter what form of training, you could be doing the best training for fat loss and to get lean and to get ripped. But if you do it once a week or once every 2 weeks, and then you say, screw it the rest of the time, you're not going to get results. So consistency is number one. Whenever you're losing weight, the most important thing is to make sure that the weight that you're losing is fat. And one of the best ways to do that is to do resistance training to make sure that you're holding on to muscle and losing fat. So I recommend on a carnivore diet and on any fat loss diet, do resistance training. My personal favorite is to start with squats, deadlifts, overhead press, bench press, all of the basic exercises that really build up the body. These are known as compound lifts. Some people call them power lifts. So I start with those, and then I also add in body weight exercises. So pull-ups, push-ups, jump squats, burpees, things like that. The one recommendation I would make is don't overdo high-intensity interval training. So I know a lot of people make this mistake where they do lots of high-intensity interval training. They go to group cardio classes or cycling classes where they're going super intense for 45 minutes. Or they're doing lots of sprint intervals. They're doing Tabatas. They're doing all kinds of very high-intensity training. But remember, if you're on a low-carb diet, you're not running off of glucose. So it's actually tougher for the muscles to fill back your muscle glycogen with protein on your low-carb diet, so you don't want to be spending that all the time. If you're going to do cardio, I recommend doing zone 2 cardio or some sort of light aerobic type of cardio. So whether that's just going for walks or going for a light bike ride, light jog, things like that, where you're elevating your heart rate and you're burning fat, but you're not burning through muscle glycogen. If you do exercise where you burn through muscle glycogen, all of a sudden you're gonna get hunger pangs, it's gonna stress the body out a little bit. You might find that you start to hold on to a little bit of water weight because your cortisol's up. A lot of bad things can happen, so I would say don't go super intense. Leave the intensity for the weight training. And when it comes to cardio, you can do that once a week, but most of the time make sure it's some light, easy aerobic style cardio. At the end of the day, guys, these are my recommendations for best body composition, so making sure you have the lowest fat and the highest amount of muscle. If you want a great diet and training program where I take care of all of the details for you, I tell you what to eat, I tell you how to train to create a really lean and ripped physique, check out the Carnivore Shredding Program. That's going to be down there in the description, or the carnivoreshreddingprogram.com, and click on the 8-week fat loss plan. With the 8-week fat loss plan, you're getting a full workout for 8 weeks, and you're also getting a full diet plan. So check that out, guys, if you want to know exactly what I do to get lean and ripped year-round. Okay, guys, stay inspired, stay motivated, and do at least one thing towards your goals today.